Okay, we are here for art and we learned value for a couple of weeks, and I think that you'll understand value. I hope that you do, but we don't have many more weeks left to school, and there's a few other things I want to go over with you. So we are going to look at balance. And the best way I can explain balance to you is imagine your living room. Okay, so you've got couches and chairs and maybe a piano, maybe a desk. Or imagine if Mama put 2 couches and a desk and a piano all on one wall, and on the other wall all she put was the TV. So when you walk into the living room, you've got 2 couches, a chair and a piano and a desk on that wall, and over here you just have a TV screen. So what is the room going to feel like? It's going to feel heavy on that side with 2 couches and a piano and a desk. And on the side with just the TV, it's going to be like, is this about to leave up into the air? This is so empty looking and light. Okay, well what if she put, maybe she just put 2 couches and the piano on one side and she put the desk over here. Would that be balanced? She's got 2 couches over on this side and a piano. Pianos are pretty big, and she just has a desk over here. That's not balanced. So what you want to do is you want to put the room to where it feels like all sides of the room have a proportionate amount of weight. So like you might want to put a couch on one wall, maybe you want to put a couch facing it or a couch adjacent to it, and then over on this side you would put the piano, something really big to offset the couch on this side, and then something big on this side, and then smaller things in between. You have to achieve balance anytime you're arranging a room, and you have to achieve balance when you're painting a work of art. So if we look at this, there are different kinds of balance that we can look at. This is radial balance. Radial balance means everything comes out from the center equally. If you look really close, you see the pencil drawing, that's radial. All right, and then if you don't have radial, you might have what is called asymmetrical. Okay, so this is not the same coming out from the center. It's not the same on both sides, but it is balanced because these 2 are down, but it has 2 that are up. See? So it achieves an asymmetrical balance. What is happening on one side is reversed on the other. So 2 down and 2 up. So you can have asymmetrical balance. Look at the bottom. That balance is called symmetry. If I split it right in the middle of the flower, I have a chair and a person over here and half a flower. And over here I have a reverse image. I have a half a flower, a chair, and a person. So there are different ways that you can achieve symmetry in your work of art. When we did that koala bear, there was a big heavy down, about 1/3 of the page down, and so then we put the high hanging leaves and the tree on the side, and that gave that picture some balance. Well, today we are going to do a butterfly, and this should be pretty easy. We should be able to finish this pretty quickly. But a butterfly, what do you think, what kind of balance do you think a butterfly will have? Will it have radial, asymmetrical, or symmetrical? Which one of these do you think a butterfly will be like? It's actually going to be like this one, because it's going to have 2 wings over here and 2 wings the exact opposite on the other side. So like if you folded a paper in half and you put paint on it and then you opened it up, you would have symmetrical. Smash it, open it. It would be the same on both sides. Alright, so I'm going to draw, and they have some ideas in there, and you can follow their ideas. That is perfectly okay. It says you could look at pictures of butterflies. So if you want to go on Google and you want to search butterflies and look at some and see if you can draw them from looking at those, that is fine too. It said first to trace a popsicle stick, but I'm really not sure what size popsicle stick it wanted because it said a miniature one, and I just found I just wanted to draw mine. So I'm going to put my body of my butterfly in the middle because I want to have symmetry on it to be the same on both sides. So this one I'm just going to do very simple. I'm going to put it in the middle of the paper. I'm going to put the bottom of it right here and the top of it right here. Okay, can you see? Alright, so I'm going to do a skinny body It's going to be somewhat of an oval. It's going to be like a rectangle with rounded corners. Alright, can you see that? That is my body. Now, I tried several times to do wings, and I finally think I have some wings that I like. I'm just going to go over them darker. They go up, and I did just a little curve. And it comes from the body. My wall is so bumpy, it makes it hard to do. Alright, can you see that one? Alright, now I'm going to do another one over here just like it. You can always go back and erase any little lines where you have to just redraw it and correct it. You can erase any little lines that you don't like. And that's how I've seen artists work. They'll draw with a pencil and then they'll go out a little bit further or come in a little bit closer and erase what they don't like. Alright, so that's got that wing. Now my wings are not exactly the same, but that's as close as I can get it. Alright, and the bottom wing, I'm just going to come around. I didn't start at the edge, I started back a little bit. I'll come around from the body. It's hard to do on this wall because it's, as I've said before, it's bumpy, but I'll have to erase some of my bumps. Alright, try to make both bottom wings the same. You know what? You can erase if they don't turn out the same and you're not pleased with it. I did several of these, like I said. Alright, now on the inside of your wings, you want to do some stripes or some dots or some wavy lines. I decided I wanted mine to just be a circle. And I'm going to do the inside of that circle probably a different color. Okay, and then the bottom, I started at the body and I came back to the body. I closed up the bottom circle. Watch this. Okay, can you see that? There we go. Alright, I've got one more to do. Alright, now my butterfly is drawn. Okay, so you might have to erase and redo if you're not pleased with it. Now, we're not going to draw the antenna just yet because we're going to paint the background and then we'll put the antenna on top. Alright, so I've got me some colors. And the colors I have are blue, purple, and white. But if you look in the gallery, I sent you a picture of the gallery of all the pictures they had done. They had all kind of colors. They had reds and blues, they had greens. I'm going to get my paintbrush. I'm going to start with this brush that's kind of got a point on it. And I'm going to get a lot of white. And I did a really bright blue this time. You do whatever color you like. I like how it's kind of got the dark blue showing through the white. Alright, and that's that border of that top wing. The bottom wing, I'm going to add just a little bit of purple in there. Ooh, that's pretty. Got outside of my line just a little bit. Alright, I like that. So what color are you going to do your butterfly? Alright, I think I might I don't know if I should pencil some dots in there or some lines. Like that. Alright. I think those dots are going to be black. On the bottom. There we go. Alright, so I'll paint the other side to match this. But I need to get I'm going to get a different brush. I'm just going to do some different colors. So you can do as many colors as you want on your butterfly. That is up to you. I'm going to try to do a light purple. And I think I'll try to do a darker purple. Alright. There we go. Now I gotta do the top of the inside, and I need to do some black dots. I'm not going to pour my black out because I'm not going to mix it with anything. Just going to use it straight black. Now if you do some black like that, you're going to want to let it dry, or else go back and put the black on top. That might be a better idea. Alright, so when you get your butterfly done and it dries, what you're going to want to do is outline it with a thin little pointy brush like this. A thin little pointy brush. The tiniest little brush you can find. And you want to outline the lines with black. I don't know if mine is dry enough yet. But I'm just going to demonstrate for you. So you're going to go along the outside with black. Ooh, it's about to drip. Alright, and I'm going to go over this inside line with black. That's why you need to let it dry. Alright, I've got one more little line to go over. Now that kind of makes it pop. Alright, now I gotta go over my top. Lines on the top. So what you're going to do is outline all of your lines in black. Okay, and then you're going to paint your body black. Alright, then you're going to let it dry. Whoops, I'm sorry, I've got it where you can't see it. Okay, all of your line tracing in black, then you're going to let it dry. If you want a thin line, just use the tip of your brush. If you want it to get wider, press down a little bit. It will get wider. Alright, that's the outline of that wing. Now I've got to do the inner line I did. It's getting a little bit too thick. Well, that was paint on my shirt and my foot. Alright, so that's got it all outlined on that side in black. Now, once you get dry, you are going to do your background. And there's any number of ways you can do the background, however you want. You could do like all of this part one color, this part one color. I saw one of the gallery pictures, they had done the corners in a color, and they did this section in a color, so it's just up to you how you want to do it. I think I'm going to use some red. I don't usually use red, but I think with this dark purple and this black and this blue that I do want some red. So, whoo, this is going to be a different painting for Miss Amy. I'm going to get my big brush, because I got a lot of background to do. That is a very bright red. I think when I do the red on the bottom, I'm going to put a little black with it. This is very bright. Alright, so you want to try to stay out of your butterflies as best you can with your background. And take it all the way to the edge. And this paint does wash off the wall, so I can get it on my wall a little bit. Alright, so you can do any kind of design you want on the top, on the background. But I'm just going to make mine not a whole lot different, but as I get down here, I am going to add a little black to my red. So I want it to get darker as it goes down. Alright, so now I'm going to pour some more red out. My plate's down here on the floor. I'm going to put a little black out. Oops. I'm just going to add a little bit of black to my red. I want it to get darker. So I am shading because I'm adding black. And we add white, we are adding what? We are tinting. Ooh, nice. Very nice. I think I need a little bit more black. Doesn't seem quite dark enough. There you go. And I want to blend it just a little bit. Alright, that's all that I'm going to show you, and I'm going to finish this off camera, and then I will come back and show you what it looks like. But I've given you enough clues of what to do. When you get all the background painted, don't forget to go back and paint black antlers. Okay? Alright, and this is our symmetry painting, and I think you will enjoy it. It's a good spring painting to do. So have fun, and I can't wait to see what it looks like.